Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome to another Player of the Week review. It's February 2025. Hope you are all well. So without further ado, we will dive into this week's pack. See if there is anyone worth picking up. Okay, so first impressions. There doesn't seem to be any big name stars in this pack, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. First up, let's have a look at Allen, overall 92 rated. He doesn't have a face scan. Allen for Morense FC in the Portugal League. The Brazilian scored a first half hat-trick against Casapia in the Portuguese League last weekend. The first two were penalties. The third, he swept the right foot shot outside of the box into the bottom corner. A nice finish. So you expect his finishing to be a bit high. It's not too high, it's 80, it's pretty decent. He's very short, it's only 163 centimeters. So Big Allen, Big Al, not so big, more like Little Al, 163 centimeters, very light, 57 kilograms. As you can see, his physical contact is only 64. But look at that balance and stamina, 89 with a good manager. It will hit 91, 92. Those are his standout stats. His dribbling's decent as well. 86 ball control, 85 dribbling, 85 tight position. Low pass is 85. So a decent card. Very short player, but very sharp, nimble, and a decent dribbler. Let's look at his player skills. He's got double touch, Marseille turn, long range curler, long range shooting, one touch pass, weighted pass, outside curler, penalty specialist, and fighting spirit. Of course, he's got penalty specialist. He scored 2 penalties last weekend. Surprised he doesn't have first time shot. Ideally for an attacking player who can play support striker and attacking midfield. Ideally, you would want him to have first time shooting. He doesn't have it, but there he is. Allen, not bad, a decent card, not great either. Okay, next you have Roma centre back Zeki Selik. Hope I pronounced that properly. There's his face scan. Yep, he's got a proper face. Selik featured for Roma in their 1-0 win against Parma away last weekend. Helped his team keep a clean sheet. So I guess that's why he's in this week's pack. He's a centre back. He's only 180 centimeters for a centre back. That's pretty short. Standout stats: speed 87 with a good manager. It will go up to 91. Stamina 88. Defensive skills, I'm not very pleased with defensive stats actually. It's only 82 defensive awareness, only 83 defensive tackling, aggression 85, defensive engagement 82. So defensive stats for centre back is not that great. He can play centre back, right mid back, and right midfield. So ideally, you would want him to play in the back three, the right hand side of a back three, because he's got the pace to deal with playing down the sides. Player skills wise, he's got heading, long throw, man marking, interception, blocker, aerial superiority, sliding tackle, and acrobatic clearance. He's got fighting spirit as well, so he's got all of the defensive skills. So that's good. Yep, I think he's got every single one of them, as well as man marking, long throw, interesting. So overall, not a great defensive card, but not bad either. A decent card. Next up, we've got Takumi Minamino, the ex-Liverpool player. There's his face scan. The Japanese international featured and scored in Monaco's 7-1 thrashing against Nantes last weekend. His goal latching onto a long pass down the middle and hitting a superb first time volley the keeper could not handle. Great technique, fantastic goal. I would advise you to see that goal. Actually, yeah, watch all those goals against Nantes last weekend. He also assisted 2 goals. He played a great game. Brieref scored a hat-trick, FYI. Yeah, check it out. So there's his face scan. He's a whole player. He can play left wing, right wing, support striker, centre forward and attacking midfield. So all across the front 3 positions and attacking midfield as well. He's a whole player. So he'll make a lot of forward runs into the box, like what he did last weekend. His finishing, let's look at his stats. His finishing's 84. It's decent. Dribbling 84. Acceleration 87. Balance 86. His standout stats. Finishing, I would have liked to be a bit higher. And his low pass as well, because he did assist too. But let's have a look at his player skills. Double touch, long range curler, long range shooting, acrobatic finishing, first time shot, one touch pass, through passing, pinpoint crossing, outside curler and track back. So he's got all the good skills needed to play in attacking third of the pitch. Overall, a decent card. He's only 67 kilograms and his physical contact's only 66. So I think he'll be brushed aside a lot in physical contact, physical battles, but he's got good balance and good, decent dribbling skills. Tight possessions 85. Again, not a great card, but decent all round. Next up, you've got Amin Gouiri for Marseille. There's his face. The centre forward scored 2 goals in Marseille's 5-1 mauling over Saint Etienne last weekend. The first goal, an awesome strike with his right foot outside the box. The second goal, lifting the ball over the keeper, a nice cool finish. Stats wise, he's pretty good. Ideal, actually, his finishing's only 84. For centre forward, I'll prefer his stats to hit the 90s. So with a decent manager, he'll hit 87, which is not bad. But I would have liked it to hit 90. Kicking power is his standout quality stat in this. His kicking power is 87. It'll go up to 90. Let's look at his player skills. He's got double touch, long range curler, chip shot, long range shooting. He scored a great long range shot last weekend, and he's got chip shot control. He scored a good chip shot last weekend too. He's got first time shot, one touch passing, pinpoint crossing, outside curler, penalty specialist, and gamesmanship. He's a goal poacher, so he'll make a lot of forward runs. He'll play off the shoulder of the centre backs. So if you're going to play through balls from the midfield, his playing style would mean he would run onto those through balls and get on the end of crosses, passes, in behind the defence and try and attempt shots that goal. But his finishing is only 84, which is disappointing. A decent card, but not great either. Next up, you've got Anthony. There's his face scan and his dyed peroxide blonde hair. Anthony, on loan from Manchester United, has had a great start, to be fair, at Betis. What has he played? 3 or 4 games now? And he's been man of the match a couple of times. Well, he played for Betis last weekend in their 3-0 win against Real Sociedad. He won a penalty and scored a fine volley. Another one I advise you to look up. It was a nice volley. He's capable of that. He just hasn't shown it enough for Manchester United. But fair play to him. He started well at Betis. Is he? Yep, he's the first player in this pack who is a booster card with the booster on. Look at that ball control. Look at the dribbling, 89. Ball control, 90. Kicking power, 87. Finishing, 83 is good for a winger. He's the playing style's creative playmaker. He can play right midfield. He can play right wing forward as well. So it's a decent card. If you love your wingers, it's pretty good. Acceleration is 88. So it's pretty quick. Player skill wise, he's got double touch, flip flap, soul control equals ball roll. If you love your ball rolls, he doesn't have Marseille turn, but other skills he has is cut behind turn. He's got long range curler, acrobatic finishing, heel trick, first time shot, pinpoint crossing, gamesmanship. So he's got good skills, to be fair, and for a winger, double touch, flip flap and soul control is can be very effective with the speed and good tight possession and close control. It looks like a very good player for this pack actually, yeah. A decent pickup, exciting winger. Next up, you've got Francisco Conceição for Juventus, the young winger for Juventus. He can play right midfield, right wing forward. There's his face scan. The diminutive winger scored the only goal in the Italian derby last weekend. The goal, a tidy side foot finish inside the box after some fancy footwork by Moani, the new signing from PSG. Yeah, so there he is, Francisco Conceição, Sergio Conceição's son, FYI. Let's look at his player stats. He's got ball control 88, dribbling 88, tight possession 87. With a good manager, they'll hit the 90s, as well as his speed 88, acceleration 89. He'll hit the 90s. His balance already 91, so with a good manager, it'll be up to 93, 94. His finishing is only 76. Considering he scored last weekend, and it was a nice, confident finish, you would expect it to be a bit higher, at least 80. His low passing is pretty low as well, it's only 73. Let's look at his player skills. He's got double touch, Marseille turn, fun skills. He's got cut behind turn, soul control, but he doesn't have flip flap, so he can't do ball roll, unfortunately. But he's got long range curler, one touch passing, through passing, pinpoint crossing, outside curler, fighting spirit. So if you love your wingers, Conceição and Anthony are pretty exciting choices to have in this pack. If you can pick one of those two, you'll be quite pleased. Next up, you've got Arsenal's Mikel Merino. Yep, there's his face scan. And of course, he's a centre forward. He came on as a sub as a centre forward. He can play centre midfield and defensive midfield too. Both midfield positions are his natural position. The Spaniard came off the bench to score 2 late goals to win the game for Arsenal. The first goal, a header from Nwaneri's cross. The second, a side foot finish at the back post after a cross by Trossard. 2 goals for the makeshift centre forward, not bad. He won Arsenal the 3 points last weekend against Leicester. Let's look at his players' stats. Any standout stats here? Jumping 85, yep, because he did score a header. Heading 88, yep. Of course, that's high. He scored a very good header last weekend. And he is decent in the air. He is tall, 189 centimeters. He's got a decent jump, 85. So, useful, a bit of a unit up front or in midfield. The physical contact's 81 as well. Balance is only 72, but I think you would expect that for a big player. So if you do pick him up, this player up, he'll be a bit clunky to use. There's only 72 balance. Let's look at his player skills. Heading. Yep, he's got heading skills. He's got aerial superiority. And he's got weighted pass, through passing, one touch pass. He's got the good passing skills. He's got one defensive skill, that's interception. And of course, he's got super sub because he came on obviously last weekend. He won the match for Arsenal. Overall, a decent pickup card and a bit of a novelty card because he can play centre forward as well. Next up, you've got, I can't pronounce that first name. I'll give it a go. Guglielmo Vicario. We'll just call him Vicario for now. Tottenham's goalkeeper. There's his face scan. The Italian keeper kept United at bay, making a few key saves. Did well, sadly for United fans. Did well, kept the clean sheet in their 1-0 win. 194 centimeters. Standout stats, obviously reflexes, goalkeeping reach 89, goalkeeping awareness 89. So with a good manager, all those stats will hit the 90s apart from catching. Physical contact is 74. So a solid goalkeeper you have here. His player skills, long throw and goal and penalty saver. I think he's missing the kicking skills, but apart from that, a solid keeper. Next up, you've got Mitoma for Brighton. There's his face scan and his nice haircut. His clean, bowl-like Beatles style haircut. The Japanese international scored Brighton's opener in their 3-0 win against Chelsea last Friday. A beautiful goal. Have you seen it? If you haven't, look it up. He plucked the ball out of the sky, a velvet first touch of his right foot, cut inside and from the outside of the box, placed the ball into the goal. I advise you to look it up. As I said, it's a beautiful goal. Here's the second booster card in this pack, with the booster effect on. Ball control 92, dribbling 90, speed 88, acceleration 89, balance 87. So dribbler. Another winger in this pack and an exciting card. He can play left midfield, left wing forward. Finishing is 81. I would have liked his finishing to be a bit higher as well because he scored a good goal. Low pass is only 74. Kicking power is only 79. Actually, it's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, if you want an out-and-out winger, he's another one in the pack to pick up. Let's look at his player skills. He's got double touch, flip flap, and soul control. Brilliant. He's got a ball roll. Personally, I love the ball roll. He's got chop, especially for a winger. He's got chop turn, cut behind turn, first time shot, one touch pass, long range curler, outside curler, and fighting spirit. I've got a previous Mitoma card from last year. I haven't used him too much, but when I have used him, it's been a bit disappointing. But I would like to have this one to give him a go. Physical contact only 65, just like in real life, is kind of lightweight. But hopefully this card will be a lot better to feel on the virtual pitch. The stats are very good. On paper, his stats are brilliant for a winger. I just hope he's better than the previous cards on the pitch. Next up, we've got Omar Mamouche for Man City. He has a face now this time, and he is the last booster card in this pack. Let's have a look at his stats. Standout stats: speed, acceleration 90. He is Man City's hat-trick hero last weekend. Bagged a hat-trick against Newcastle. 3 simple but deadly finishes in their 4-0 win against Newcastle. So finishing, you expect it to be high. It's 86. With a good manager, probably hit 89. Maybe it should be higher, especially after last weekend. He did score a hat-trick. His passing is only 68. Heading is only 66, but understandably it's not his strength. His aerial ability isn't his strength. His speed, acceleration and finishing and tight dribbling should be good, and it is good. Player skills, he's got cut behind turn, long range curler, chip shot control, rising shot, long range shooting, first time shot. He's got all the shooting skills, I think, and he's got one touch pass, outside curler, track back and fighting spirit. So it's a good first. I think this is his first player of the week card. He's a left wing forward. He can play. He's a prolific winger. So if you play him at left wing forward, he will stay wide. He would hug that touchline. But he can also play. He has the option to play centre forward and right wing forward as well. So if you want to play him centre forward, as he did feature, he did hover around. From highlights I watched, he did hover around the front three last weekend. So you can play him centre forward as well. And the last player in this card is last player in this pack, is Jorel Hato. There's his face scan. There he is. He can play left back, left midfield. The young lad helped Ajax keep a clean sheet. He also set up a couple of goals in their 4-0 win against Hercules. There's his face scan. Standout stats: speed, x87. Overall, he's a solid card. Nothing spectacular actually. His overall rating is 94, which is one of the highest in the pack. But nothing outstanding stats wise. He might play well. He's got good speed. He's got good acceleration. For a defender, I would have liked his defensive awareness to be a bit higher, but he is an attacking left back. His lofted pass is 83, i.e. crossing, circle pass. So with a good manager, he'll probably go up to 86. I would like that to be a bit higher as well, because he did make a couple of assists. One of them was a cross. Stamina is 88, which is great. So he can play centre back, but ideally you wouldn't want to, because he's pretty short for a centre back, only 183 centimeters. His balance is only 74. It's pretty low. So he's got a lot of pros and a lot of cons in his stats. His skills wise, he's got very good skills. He's got double touch, heading, one touch pass, through passing, pinpoint crossing. He's got good passing skills, and he's got the defensive skills in man marking, interception, blocker, sliding tackle, and he's got fighting spirit as well. He doesn't have aerial superiority, and the one glaring defensive omission skill is acrobatic clearance. He doesn't have that, but he's still a young lad. He's only 18. It might be the first of many Player of the Week cards. We shall see. So there you have it. Player of the Week pack for February 2025. Hope you enjoyed those breakdowns. So let's go through them again. We've got Big Al or Small Al. You got Tom Selleck, Mina, Anime, Ant-Man, San Francisco, San Marino, Vicario Road, Mito Magic, Mamushka, and Don't Hatto the Player, Hatto the Game. There you have it. Let me know what you think of Konami's pack this week. Let me know if you spun. Let me know who you got. But before we head out, let's spin that freebie, which you complete after completing a couple of games you get. Personally, I would like to try Hatto, but any of the wingers I'll be happy with. I want Mitoma, Anthony, or Conceição would be great. Let's have a look at Conceição. Yeah, that double touch is sick. But Anthony has got the ball roll, same as Mitoma. So Mitoma and Anthony would be my first choice picks for me personally. Third will be Hatto and Conceição, third and fourth respectively. But interesting pack. Let's give it a spin. Come on. Oh, it's a League One player. It's Minamino. Mina. Okay, so thanks for watching. Let me know who you got. Until next time, I'm out. Peace. Bye.